So as we turn to astronomical matters, we're in for a massive treat this afternoon as two of the biggest planets in our solar system, namely Jupiter and Saturn, will be closer to each other than they have been in nearly 400 years. This great conjunction, as it's being called, will result in the two planets appearing to be a massive single star. This makes us very excited, along with, I would imagine, our science engagement astronomer from the observatory, Dr. Daniel Kahnemer, who's joining us now to tell us more. Dan, welcome to it, my friend.
Good morning and happy solstice.
Thank you.
So today's the longest day and the shortest night, right?
That's correct, yeah.
Oh, well, listen, I'm very excited for what we're about to discuss, because this is the first time in 800 years that the double planets are visible. But just how close will these two planets really be?
Yeah, so they appear very close in the sky. Obviously, they're still very distant in space. But from the Earth's perspective, they're appearing incredibly close. So 1 degree is normally measured by holding your little finger at arm's length. So that's 1 degree on the sky. And these two planets will be a tenth of that. So a tenth of the width of your little finger, smaller than the width of a match. And that's how close they're going to appear in the sky.
And Zoe and I notoriously have the worst eyesight on the team, on the show here. So the two of us are going to be looking at it. It's just going to look like one big blurry blob in the sky. But just how special will 2020's conjunction be as opposed to previous years, or in fact years to come?
Yeah, so as you said, it's the first one that's clearly visible in 800 years. So this does happen, but generally it happens quite close to the sun. So the last time it was this close was about 400 years ago, but it wouldn't have been visible because it's so close to the sun. This one even is fairly close to the sun, so it's only visible for an hour or two after sunset. You'll have to watch the sunset. You'll have to have a clear western horizon, so not a mountain in the way or trees or anything too close to the horizon, and then you should be able to see it quite clearly.
And will you only be able to see it with a telescope?
No, not at all. So already, if you go out this evening, and maybe you should go out for the next couple of evenings just to practice, you can see that you can see the two of them getting progressively closer together. So they're some of the brightest objects in the sky, very hard to miss. And looking west after sunset, you'll see these two objects getting closer and closer. They'll be getting a little bit further apart after tonight.
It's like two ships in the night, my friend, two ships in the night. So astronomers and astrologers are going crazy at this particular one, which we dig as well. Are there any superstitions that accompany an event like this that you're aware of? I can't really speak for astrologers, but there's been a lot of talk about this being the Christmas star. The Johannes Kepler, who derived the laws of planetary motion, he worked out how the planets move around the sun in the 17th century. And he then managed to sort of rewind time and calculated that there would have been a great conjunction in 6 BC. So he speculated, being a religious man himself, he speculated that could have been the Star of Bethlehem. You are such a conspiracy theorist, Dan. I love that. And what a time to have it, man. This year, we need that. What's the best way to view it? And where? Is it a silly question to ask? Where will
you
it
don't want to miss
be?
it.
I know.
Yeah, so it's 15 degrees. So that's kind of, I'm not sure how 15 degrees is. It's probably, if you put your fingers where's my camera? There. Put your fingers like that from the horizon up.
Okay.
And then it'll be sort of near your little finger. And you're going to need to sort of be out and about at sunset. So Go watch the sunset. Obviously, no clouds, hopefully. And then looking west, so look for the next hour, and you'll see them slowly appear as it gets darker and darker. And you don't need a telescope or anything to view them. They'll appear very, very close in the sky. You should be able to discern that there are two
planets rather than one, although that depends on your eyesight, as you said. But if you do have access to a telescope or a pair of binoculars, then you'll be able to see both of these planets in the same field of view. So that's pretty cool in itself. And if you've got a telescope, looking at Jupiter and Saturn is always lovely. You can often see Jupiter's moons and Saturn's rings. So it's really quite exciting. And if you do manage to, there'll also be a lot of live streams online through telescopes. So you can just Google live stream of the Great Conjunction, and you'll be able to see some nice visuals of this event.
Great. Now you're going to have half the country standing outside looking on their phone, man. Come on, dude. Dan,
sorry. It's cloudy sometimes.
Exactly, man. No, we absolutely love it. And we love the fact that we have access to you to make these moments that much more remarkable for us. So thank you so much. Enjoy it yourself. And I'm going to choose to call it the Christmas star because I like that. There's a romantic in me that loves those sort of things. But we really appreciate your time, my friend. Thanks so much.
That's a pleasure. Merry Christmas.
You too, buddy. You too.
There we go. Well, grab your binoculars, your telescopes if you have one, and make this evening one to remember with the Great Conjunction happening after sunset. It is a one-nighter, so you don't want to miss it.